For secondsout.com and maxboxing.com with Tyson Fury ahead of his next fight at the Copper Box Arena 15th of February. Tyson, great to see you back. Thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about what we've got to look forward to.
You've got to look forward to seeing Tyson Fury on Box Nation. Does it come any better?
Well, it was a bit...
Go on.
It was a bit of a shock.
Bit of a shock, but you know, I always like to shock people and surprise people, so me hooking up with Frank Warren on Box Nation is a big surprise for everybody, myself included, because it's only just come about. So it's I'm looking forward to a great few fights, and hopefully I'll get what I want.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. It was something I was going to ask you later in the interview, but you've started it so well, opened the door, so to speak. Mick, Frank, how's that all come about?
They're all like the lost brothers now, aren't they? Hugging each other down there, holding hands and that. You know, I don't know how it's come about, but you know, it's we've got offered a deal and we took the deal, so that's how it happens. Things happen.
This is almost a tale of two contrasts, because we've got Dereck, since your last fight, he had a tough run and then he's got very busy with fights, had 4 good wins on the trot. Yeah. Unfortunately for you, no fault of your own, but you've had a rough time out of the ring for nearly 8 months, no fault of yours, but how does that affect you?
It doesn't affect me really. I had a lot of sparring for the David A fights, so I've been active as well. 25 years old, so that helps as well. Doesn't really affect me being out the ring so long. I've got a couple of warm-up fights, so that if I've got any rust, that'll shake them off, and I've got Del Boy again, so be good. I'm looking forward to it.
So is there a risk, because obviously the boxing public really want to see the Del Boy fight against you, the rematch, but is there a risk of you overlooking your opponent coming up? What do you know about him?
I don't really know a lot about him other than he's full of tattoos, 6'6", and he's had 70 pro fights. I don't overlook people. I'm going to take him deadly serious, you know, because he's standing in my way of fighting the next fight and the next fight. I go win them all, one fight at a time. I'm going to take Omar Basili very, very serious. The guy's had 70 pro fights and he's 6'6".
Yeah, he's from Argentina. He's got a record of 61 wins, I think 8 losses, something like that. So roughly 70 fights, as you said. Have you seen any footage on him?
I've not really seen much of the guy. You know, he's an opponent that's had a lot of 12-round fights. He's very experienced. I think he's had more 12-rounders than I've had professional fights. So experience is very good, and I'm hoping he can take me a good few rounds and put up a few challenges that I can overcome.
I know we don't really want to go back over old ground and the pull-outs of your expected opponent, David Haye, but is there anything you'd like to tell the viewers about that?
There's not really. Nothing that they don't already know, you know. He pulled out of the fights for whatever reason that may be. I can't tell the public why he pulled out. All I can say is I was 150% prepared. I would have won them fights if he would have taken them. And I think they knew I was really, really ready for that. So they pulled out.
So you've just sort of told us, which is great, that you've got your fight on the 15th. There's going to be another warm-up fight. And all being well, then you and Dereck Del Boy Chisora are going to square off. Yeah. We've heard hopefully at West Ham in the summer. Yeah, that's something for the viewing public and the boxing fans to really get us going.
Yeah, you know, if it doesn't get you going, it's definitely getting me going, because I am really raring to go. I've had a long time out the ring, get these couple of fights out of the way, and then summertime, the big summer showdown, the rematch between Tyson Fury and Dereck Chisora. You know, I beat the guy 2 years ago. Since then, he's had a good run of form, beaten some high-quality guys, and he looks to be in shape, more dedicated now, so hopefully it'll be a better fight this time than it was last time. You know, it was a great fight last time, and I won. But, you know, anything can happen. He might turn the tables, he might not, but I don't think he's gonna, because I've improved a lot myself.
Yes, I think we're looking at 2 improved fighters, but what we are looking at with Dereck Chisora is a better athlete now, a man in much better shape. Does that change the way you prepare for that fight?
No, you know, I prepare for all my fights as if they're going to be wars. When I enter a ring, I'm prepared for a fight, whether I'm fat, thin, skinny, muscly. I'm prepared to fight. I'm there to fight, and I give 150% every time I enter the ring. So there's no excuses. There never will be on my behalf. You know, people make excuses for whatever reason why they lose, but at the end of the day, they still lose. Making an excuse ain't going to give you the victory. And if they say he was too fat last time, then he should have been on a diet, shouldn't he? Because he had 3 months to prepare for it. He didn't have 3 days. He had 3 months So, you know, being lighter is only going to play into my benefit.
Looking ahead even further, you're an unbeaten fighter. This is 2014. Where would you like to be at the end of the year?
Hopefully further along than I am now, you know. I'm going back over old ground, beating Dereck Chisora again, 2 years back. But this time there's a world title eliminator at it. I'm happy that it's me and Dereck Chisora because he's had a lot of hard fights and so have I, and whoever wins deserves to go on and fight for the World Championship. So that's a good thing. But, you know, it's all about me. 21-0. He's been beat before. He's going to get beat again. I just want to fight Vladimir. That's it. I've been wanting Vladimir now since I beat Chisora last time. He promised me to fight, never fought me. I've had to fight so many other fighters in the way, along the way. I'm just really, really raring to go for a 2014, a big year, big bang.
You talked about wanting Vladimir. I mean, how do you tackle fighting, you know, the man you call the robot?
Just get into him and knock him out. Pretty simple, actually. Someone his own size, he don't fight people his own size, and if he does, they can't fight. The stiffs. Fighting me is a danger for him because I can move, switch it up, hit to the body, hit to the head, and he ain't going to like what I've got to offer. That's why he's going to lose. Prediction
for 2014?
Yep. KO against Basili, KO against whoever it is next, a KO against Chisora, and a KO against Vlad.
Tyson Fury, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me, and it's been a pleasure as always.